Hello, welcome. I'm Julie Torrens. Last time we were together, we worked on this masterboard. I did this on a pizza box, and all I did since our last get together was I trimmed up the sides to get the parts that had fallen over, the ephemera or the decorations that were over, and then I took and I squared it up so it's nice and square. Because this next step, there's no sense in decorating it some more in places that we're not even going to be using. So I've got some different little stencils that I picked out. I've got some ephemera, and what I need to make is tags. Now this is 11 by 11 and a half now that it's trimmed up, but making tags, I don't have to figure out the math. A tag can be whatever size I want it to be. So the first thing I want to do now is I want to harmonize this more together. I like what the gesso did. This is white gesso and clear gesso on here. I like what it did. Now, I'll see if you can see there are wrinkles in it. The magazine pages did wrinkle, which I'm used to. Some of them dried very flat, some of them didn't. I don't know what the difference was. They were all out of the same magazine, but I don't mind it. I think it adds to kind of the old sort of look. So first thing I'm going to do, I've got this stamp. I cannot tell you, I have had it for years, but it is a script stamp. And what I was told, or what came with the packaging again years ago, was that it's French botanical, talking about botanicals. So I've got my Tim Holtz color, but it is my Ranger archival ink, so it doesn't move. It's 4 colors, so I've got vintage photo, black soot, ground espresso, and hickory smoke. So I'm going to start out with the vintage photo, and I'm not worried about getting a perfect stamp on any of this. I'm just adding some interest, and I want them to go over, like crossing across different elements, so that again it's going to help harmonize, help it to pull it all together so it looks a little more unified. Now I did put all the pictures that I had selected from the magazine in the same orientation. So this is top, this is bottom type of thing. So when I'm cutting out my tags, I don't want the tags to be cut this way. I'm going to want them to be cut in the vertical mode. Okay, I can always add some more of this, but that looks good to me to start. Now I've got a new to me stamp. This is an indigo blue stamp, and it's this great big butterfly. It's huge. But I thought it would be a nice element on here. Now this is not a perfectly flat surface. I'm using my Diane Reevely ruler. That's what I use as a stamping block when I have something this big. But see, it'll stick on there nice. I've got my large black archival ink pad to get this big guy all inked up. I'm working on some wax paper because the stamping could very well go right off the page, and that's fine with me. I'm going to stand up for this. This is big. So see if we can ink it up. This is the first time I'm ever using this stamp, so you don't always get the best impressions the first time. This is the perfect place for that. And let's put one right here. And then give it a moment or two for the ink to kind of sink in, if it will. And let's see. I think that's fine. Yep, I'm going to do at least one more, maybe 2 more. Again, I'm not worried about the overall composition because it's going to be cut. I'm gonna put one up in this corner. And just give it a good press. My table is good and solid. It's not bowing because of the weight of me pressing on this. So that's a good thing. Good, good. Should I do one more? I don't think so. I'm going to just leave that at that. I am going to grab a paper towel and I'm just going to give this a rub. Normally I would just stamp this off on something, but I don't have the luxury of the space for that right now, but I don't normally waste ink like this. Now, archival ink is powerful. If you leave it on your stamps and don't try to get at least some of it off, eventually it will start building up in the tiny little crevices of your stamp. So, all right, I don't think I'm going to need this whole setup. I can fuss with that later. And did I have another stamp? I do. I thought so. Another stamp that I thought I would use for the background. And I've got my aquamarine archival out. And this stamp, it's called Quadrifoil Background. It is made by Stampabilities. I bought it at a garage sale back in the early 2000s. So do they make it anymore? Doubtful, but it's a common pattern that I've seen. So I'm just going to ink this up. Again, I'm going to stand up. I'm just going to ink this up. And if it goes on top of the butterfly, the text I have, I don't care. And I'm just giving it a go. Perfect. That's perfect. Couple more. Let's run one right off the edge. Now, obviously, every tag isn't going to have every one of these marks, but it should have something. And I'm just creating more background. And we'll run it right off this corner. Okay. I like that. Okay. We're going to let that be. But already I'm feeling more of a homogenation between the elements. I'm just grabbing that same paper towel and giving this stamp. This stamp isn't quite as fine detailed, but you know, never hurts. Okay, sitting back down. Now I've got some smaller elements. I pulled out these roses. Let's put a couple on. I'm going to go back to the four-way here. Bought something new. Walgreens. These are, they call them blending sponges. They're a different kind of a cosmetic sponge. But when I was checking out cosmetic sponges, because mine were just so old and they were kind of crumbling and falling apart, especially when I was inking up edges, that I thought I would give these a try. Lots of different shapes. And I'm just going to grab this wedge, but they just felt a little bit denser. So will I like them? I don't know. I'm going to put a rose right down here in this corner. I'm going to try. Okay, let's go with the ground espresso. And I'm going to go with this edge and see what I can do. Pounce, pounce, pounce with my ink. And let's see. Well, now see, I think that looks fine. Let's give it another one. Let's see, ground espresso. Maybe I'll put one down in this corner. I can definitely feel that this doesn't have quite so much softy-givey kind of a feeling. I like that. I think that's good. All right, there's another rose here and kind of a blank spot there. So I'm going to put some of this on. There's a little couple of leaves or something over here. Yep. Do we have another kind of a white spot? I mean, I'm sure you can see them even better than I can. Up here, maybe? I can turn it, and that'll give it a little different look. Now this is going on top of gesso, on top of magazine print, on top of that quadrifoil. I mean, we're, but it's all about the layers. I think that looks fine. Should I do one more? I kind of want to. Maybe I'll just do this little one. Where do I have a, here's kind of a little spot over here. One more. It's getting in the little nooks and crannies real well. There. All right. Then I've got some more geometric style ones and kind of randomy ones. I was thinking about putting some of these in. Maybe, I think these dots. And I'm going to stick with the ground espresso and just get some of these guys in. Yeah, I like that. Where I see an awful lot of white, just put a few dots in. Up here. Yep. Where else? Over here. I'm not even going for all of them. I'm just kind of hitting the middle. That looks good. Maybe I will use these squares. They're going to be dark. Maybe I'll use some of those squares up here. And I don't care if some of them are partially done. Yep, that looks good. Maybe over here. This is going to be fainter because I didn't reload the ink, but that's fine. I think that will give a nice difference. It's looking good to me. It really is. I'm not really seeing a lot of spaces that I wish had something. I think I'm going to put some of these little Xy things. This stencil is from Amazon, again, years ago. Not as old as some of my other things, but at least 5 years. Maybe a little here. I did not re-ink. Yep. Little here. Every space doesn't need to have any one of these elements, but I'd like a little something kind of everywhere. I'm seeing this big edge down here. I think I'll try some more of these X's. I didn't reload, so it's going to be more faint. That helped that spot. I didn't want to really completely cover up those cows. Cows are here. It's looking pretty good to me. What do you think? little here. I'm trying to picture in my mind, you know, cutting small. But yeah, I'm liking this just fine. Okay, stencils away. I did bring out my little splats and dots in case I made a mistake and I wanted to just kind of splot it out. All right, so we've got lots of layers here. We started out with some book page, more magazine pictures. Then we put clear gesso over the pictures pretty much. And then in between the pictures, white gesso rubbed with my finger. Let that dry. Then we've added rubber stamping. And then after that, we've added stenciling. So I think we're doing good. I'm gonna get rid of this. Sorry if it's been noisy. And I think it's time to cut this up. So bring this poor thing. This is one of the things on my wish list that I would like to get a new cutter. But use what you have, right? All right, so I'm going to turn it around, but I know this is top. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I know this is sideways, but I think I'm going to kind of cut this in half. So we're at, this is the 11 and a half, I believe. Yes. So half of 11 is 5 and a half. And then just a little bit. All right, here we go. And let's see. Now, I believe this is top. I'm going to take a quick peek. It is. Am I right? It is. Okay. So now, I kind of like 3 inches for working with tags. I think 3 inches is a nice size for a tag. So I'm going to just do 3 inches. Do 3 inches. And now what have we got left? We've got 5-ish. So let's do 2.5. I think that's fine. And we should be able to do this the same. 3 inches. And 3 inches. Are you getting excited? I am. See what they look like. And then I'll do this one 2.5. Okay. Now, thank you, trimmer, for one more time. Let's see what we've got. All right, tags. There's one. There's one. I like this one. Here's one with that stack of suitcases. And here's one. Can you see? I hope. I think so. Here's one. Here's one. There's one. And there's one. So I hope you can see all of these. I think I have them all the right way. The cows are walking right side up. Here's the bowling pins. Yeah, everything looks right side up. So there's the beginning of our tags. Okay, let's just grab 3. I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3. And let's see if we can get these 3 decorated. What do you say? Okay, now, you know, I can see I'm getting the lines across my desk. And that's because After all of these snow days, the sun has decided to come out. I did not expect that. Well, let's just work with it as it is right now, and we'll see what we can do later. Because it's going to move pretty fast. All right, tag shape. First thing I want to do is I'm going to cut these corners. So I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to turn it around and cut it here. Okay, that looks good to me. I'm just going to use this as a guide. This is one of those smaller ones. So maybe I better just cut this one like I did that one. Make it a little different shape anyway. Uh-oh, that kind of fell apart. So I may have some of the pictures that are trying to escape. Let's cut this. Alrighty. Is this another short one? Short but wider. And you can see I've got a little coming up right there. All right, let's get the art glitter glue. Well, I may just cut that off. How about that? That's a way to solve that. And cut it here. I think the reason why I'm having just a little bit more of the things wanting to lift off of the thing is because I used glue stick to glue all this down, but then I used quite a wet medium on top. So that may make a difference. All right, so I've got ephemera. Now I've got ephemera that I made, and I bought these little tins, and look at why. They have a little lifter, so you're not sorting through quite so much. Do you see what I mean? So I think these are neat. So, okay, this is my own ephemera. Well, let's just grab a tag and let's start working with it. Now I could put some of my own like this. I've got a bigger piece that could go. I like that. Yes, I do. All right, let's use that. And then maybe I'm fussing through here. I'm looking for maybe a little bit of a larger flower. And I like the orange with the orange. And here's a leaf. I like that combination. What do you think? Now, if I had a little something in this, I've got, this is in the orange family. Why did I cut that so big? Well, who cares? I like this heart. And then maybe I could put like a little, oh, what do you call them? Like a label. Is that what's in here? That's more ephemera that is, it's ephemera that I bought, and it's really small. Smaller than I want a fussy cut. Yeah, like this. And let's get one of these green and blue, because I like kind of with that green. Do you see what I mean? Where I've got the green. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna put this down. And I've got my glue book. So let's put some of this on here. I'm going to start out with this guy. Now I made those labels, that blue, green, the one that I'm putting down right now. I made these, and I do have a video on how I made them. They're a lot of fun to make. Now see, can you see that? The glue stick does not want to stick to that. That was that gluing problem. All right, well, good to know. Good to know. Let's get out the art glitter glue and just use what you have as far as a PVA glue. It's just a white glue. I like the fine tip, but it sticks. Whoops. And we'll put this down here. Yeah, that's sticking. And then let's grab this heart. Are those lines from the sun driving you nuts? I hope not. I apologize. I honestly didn't think of closing the drapes because they haven't been closed in days. Well, at night, but I mean, we've just had heavy skies and lots of snow. So we're just coming out of the snow right now. We really didn't get enough art glitter glue up there. All right, let's get that down. Okay, now this big square. Now I realize we're getting a lot of our work covered up. It doesn't matter. What matters is the layers, the interest, all of that. That matters a lot. Grab a paper towel. Sometimes when you're using a lot of glue, if you just get a dry cloth or a dry paper towel, then you're not afraid of letting it ooze out. And there. Okay, that's good. Now, the leaf. Now, this ephemera, that's another video. How I make this on acrylic covered magazine pages. It's great fun. And I like making my own ephemera. I think it just adds another layer of Julie. Get that on. And now the flower. Now sometimes tags, you may just give them or have them on their own. Sometimes, like in my case, in a journal, I put them in a journal. So a lot of ways to utilize tags. Sometimes I just put them in a thank you after someone made a purchase. They make nice little table gifts if you're teaching a class, so that they go home with a little something from you in their hands. Okay, I like that. Can you see it? Let's see if I can shade it. There. Can you see it? Now, how about a word? I have been harvesting magazines and I've got some words. So let's see. This one says friendship. That's nice. Found treasures. I like that. What is it? Happy. Happy? What do you think? Too big? Yeah, perhaps. Ships ahoy? No. New excuses to go antiquing? No. Sitting pretty? No. Oh, here's a little, here's a little Adirondack chair. Beyond the breeze? No, no, no. The heart of the splatter? No, no, no. I don't want to spend too much time, but again, it's not something I can do ahead. Space to recharge. Here. My heart found its home. All right, I'm going to leave some of these out, though, not the Adirondack chair, because I think they may go good on one of the other tags. So, too long, obviously, so I'm just going to give it a trim and separate the words. My heart has found its home. I don't even mind it kind of cattywampus like that. All right, let's get the art glitter glue going. I don't know if I'm going to make it quite that crooked. My heart found its home. Again, this is from Magazine Harvesting. And let's get my paper towel. Did I throw it on the floor? No, here it is. And just give that a squeeze. Okay, I'm going to ink this up, but I'm going to ink them all up together. So, tag number 1. And I don't mind saying I like it. All right, tag number 2. Okay, I love my ephemera, but, you know, let's see what other ephemera. Now I've got, this one is the labels. This one is more of my ephemera. Can't be. What did I do? Did I put 2 trays in one? No. Here, dummy. Okay, there we go. This one has like butterflies down here. See all kinds of different butterflies. Wouldn't mind one of those. And then this is more like florals and things. This has another butterfly on it. These are real tiny. I think I want something bigger. So, or 2 something biggers. Let's see. A butterfly like this. And a butterfly like this, maybe. And then maybe here's 2 little butterflies like this. Okay, I'm liking this. All right, let's get you guys up, if I can. Now, these are stickers. So I've got my little pin, but before I stick them on, I think we need a little book page or something behind because it's just a little bit busy. So I want some book page that has a little bit of a finer, not big wide text, but this is just a little bit finer. This is that dictionary page. So let's tear off some of this. Now can the butterflies, we'll see. That's even a little busy. Not throwing it away. Maybe the recipe one. Or music notes. Let's see. I've got some music note paper here. How does that grab us? And then this one down here. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay. So, first, music note paper. I hope you're crafting or doing art, working in your journals. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what's going on. I've been snowed in. Oh boy, I left it open too long. I've been snowed in for, I think today is day 5. But you can tell that the city is definitely coming more alive now. There we go. And so I probably could have gone out today, like if I needed to get groceries or something, but I don't need to. There's still a lot of ice. And it's not always for me about the driving. Not that I don't have that in consideration. Of course I do. But sometimes it's about parking lots and ice on parking lots and things that I have to be really careful about. Got enough shadows there for you? Wow. Okay. This looks like I didn't, yeah, I just didn't get any glue there. Let's put some there. There we go. Now, stickers. I'm going to try with my pen. I'm coming into the shade because that sun is really playing with my eyes. I'm gonna see. I've never used these brand of stickers. This is the smaller one. We'll see how it sticks. I'm not going to be handing these out right away. And if it wants to fail, I can still come back and glue it in. Well, I had it, and then I dropped it. Try again. There we go. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, Julie, try it in a different spot. And there we go again. Okay. And this one up here. The clear part of the sticker is poking off, and I'm just going to cut it because it is clear and I may not see it later. All right, those feel secure. This is also a sticker. Take the pin. I thought I had, yeah, I do. I have a yellow, because I have a yellow top pin. And there we go. Whoa, well, I can still. There we go. And this one here. I like that. I think this is looking great. Now, little something over here. Word again. Let's see. Does happy fit better? Oh, throw these clear sticker backs away. Wow. I don't mind that. Let's put that on there. I know it goes over the butterflies, but that's okay. That sun, no kidding. I mean, not that it's unbearable, but I can feel the heat of it. Do you know how long it's been? And I think it's only 17 degrees Fahrenheit out there right now. It's very cold. But we have a powerful sun, don't we? Okay. And again, I want to ink this up, but I'm going to do them all together. All right. I like that. Last one. I love how we got half of the butterfly there, don't you? That's really cool. Should I go with those clear butterflies again? Just because of that butterfly wings? I think I may have to cover it up. We'll see. Let's not leave the art glitter glue open while I waffle around with decisions. Yeah, oh boy. We do not want that to seal up. I have another pin. This one. That pin is getting, yeah. Sometimes your pin is your trouble. Okay, this one. Now here's those clear butterflies again. Now this one is kind of sideways. What do you think? Is it too busy? I wish I could hear your voices. And let's see about a different one that's, here's a blue one, and you've got that Moroccan blue. You know what? I don't think the butterfly wing behind is adding anything when I add these butterflies to it. So although it's pretty, I think I'm gonna kind of ignore it. And let's just see maybe about here again. Because other than the butterfly wing, we don't really have much color or anything going on. You know me, I love color. Let's look at this. Busy. Can't deny that. Let's see. Oh, I have a dark one. All right, we've got a couple of these out. Let's just see about a flower or a heart or something like that. Reaching in. Orange with orange, no, but orange with purple. It's not too busy for me. Leaf. I think the leaf adds more than the flower, or than this. Maybe. Well, let's see about, I'm just grabbing in here if I have more of a similar leaf. I like that. If anything, I might add a little book page. Now, I've got a sweet heart. And I like that, again, I've got the blue with that Moroccan blue. Yep. I'm just going to see. I like this down here. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And this is just a little heart that I made. And it's got some little flowers that I painted on it. I think it's cute. Again, you can see magazine page. I like this here. Let's get my little, oh, blow everything away. All right, let's pick these up. Now, let's just see. I don't know. I mean, it's just an experiment. Not even going to, like, chop it up. Yeah, I can tell already. I like it better. Now, this was a little bit too busy. So, maybe some of this. Like that. Okay, that would be fine. Let's give this some glue. Does this seem like a project you might consider? I'm getting ready to put together some journals, and I needed things like tags and such to be able to put in the pockets and what have you. So that's why I really want some tags. Okay, leaves first. Maybe like that. I think I'm going to put this one on the bottom, the bigger one, and put the littler one on top. I think that's the smarter way to go. Yeah. Okay. I just hope the sun isn't totally ruining this video. because I really want to be able to share this with you. Alrighty. Some of this. Trying to really get it on the edges. Good. And really give this a press. Okay. I can see where I missed some glue. Alrighty. Now, a word. And I like this one. Friendship. Just gonna trim it up. Do I need a little label behind it? Which one's got the labels? This one. Especially if I could put the label up and down like this. I think that looks good. And those labels have some, I used metallic and shimmery paint, so it's got a little sparkle to it. Okay, and now friendship. Oh, Julie. Julie, what did you do? Oh, and it's going to stick like crazy now. There we go. Oh, yes. It's fine. All right, let's press this down. Okay. Well, that's looking good to me. Is this still coming up a little bit? It's on a wrinkle over here. Yeah, it is. I think that wrinkle is what's just giving it a bit of a hard time. All right. Now, our glitter glue, thank you. We're going to close you up. I know I don't have the black lid on at this time, but I'll get it back on. That it does make a difference. But right now, I just want to keep this glue from sealing itself shut, which it may want to do. I've got it partly in. Oh, for goodness sakes. All right, grab a tool. Grab one, lose 3 in the process. If I can get it in just a little bit more, there we go. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Now, can we see that we've got, well, that sticker didn't stick. Good to know. Get the art glitter glue out again. And let's glue it down so we know when it comes to these, I'm going to have to add my own glue. Don't mind that. It's common with mixed media. I mean, if I was just putting that on the back of a plain old envelope, I'm sure I wouldn't have a bit of trouble. But when you're doing all this mixed media, okay. Now, can I get this in? Yes. Okay. So we've got these 3. I think they look good. I want to ink them up around the edges. So I'm going to get the brown. I like I like either the espresso or the vintage photo. I think they both look nice. The black ones they're awfully severe. Oh my, this is so much easier than what I was doing before. Now I'm not punching holes in them, because until I see what it is that I want to do with them, I may just put like a pull tab on the top, or I may put some kind of like a ribbony thing. I don't know yet. So rather than limit my choices, I'm just going to leave them like this. Adding a hole, or just putting in a tab on top. That's easy. It's not like I've got to unload the whole cabinet to do that project. Okay. This does make such a difference. I know when you're doing a lot of inking, it can get a little bit monotonous, but it's worth it. Okay. We've got these 3 beauties. I like them very much. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm a new channel. It helps me so much. I have some goals coming up, and getting subscriptions is what I need. I'm just shading the sun, that hoping you can see them a little bit better. I am looking forward to seeing you in some more videos. Thanks for watching to the end, and in the meantime, hit a thumbs up. I'll see you in another video. Bye now.